Thanks for stopping by. Let's tour the garden. By the way, if you hear a little whining, hello, can you say hello? The foster pups are getting super big and so darn cute. Well, this was a walkway, but my Cosmos dropped a bunch of seeds and blocked it, and they're just so beautiful. I left them. I have a lot of my lantanas still looking great, a lot of peppers, and I'm letting them get really, really spicy because I'm going to use them to make pepper jelly. And over here, I've got a lot of beans that are drying out on the trellis. These are cow beans, and you can store them dried. They're great in soups and stews. Still a lot of peppers coming in strong. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? It reseeded from last year. And check out my lemon balm. Woo, she's a beauty. I need to start harvesting that and freeze drying it and hydrating it. I love to use it in teas and tinctures. I need to do some videos on that. And then here on the garden tunnel, it's kind of cool. It's like a little tunnel of beans. And over here, basil's all going to seed. I'm done with basil. I harvested a bunch, so I'm letting it go to seed. This is Thai basil and then regular basil there. Still going strong on eggplants. I have more eggplant dinners in my future. And then, again, peppers are still going strong. And lots of oregano. Marigolds. I'm going to be harvesting a bunch more of those seeds to replant for next year. Now my melons, they decided to finally fade out, but that's okay. I had a lot of melons. Beautiful sage here. And these are peppers. Again, I'm letting them get really spicy. These are banana peppers, and I already have a ton of them canned in my pantry, so I'm going to use them for hot jelly. And then over here, more lantana. I just planted some new fall babies, and I had some bugs getting on them, so I sprinkled them with some bug stuff. It's organic, and hopefully we'll get those pesky bugs off of there. So those are looking good. Those are seedlings that I sell on my website, KimberlyTreehouseGarden.com. More basil. This is the Thai basil. And look at those pretty flowers, they're so cute. I'm going to let them dry out so I can harvest the seeds. Oh, this is perfect. Here is one right here that is dry, and I'll be able to collect those seeds. My black-eyed Susan vine that just sprung up over there. Basil is starting to die back. That's okay. Beautiful. Got a little pumpkin down there to harvest. And I think I've got some butternut. Oh, I do. I'm going to make butternut soup tonight. I already harvested about 20 of these, and I did a big Elks Lodge dinner about a month ago and used most of them up. And let's see, back here, we got some weeds and some watermelon for sure. And then over here, I just love that vine. It is so magnificent, so pretty. And more marigolds. Some eggplant. All right, let's go to the back garden. Okay, don't look at my walkways because they are in progress. Still working on things. Ooh, got some tomatoes down there to harvest. More beans. Lots and lots of cantaloupe. Struggling because the vine borers and squash bugs decided to attack them. But let's go out to the other part in the learning garden here. And tomatoes, about ready to pull them, but I'm probably going to harvest a bunch of green ones to make fried green tomatoes. Planted some lettuces. I'm going to be planting a lot of lettuces. Got a watermelon that I need to harvest there. Some squash. I planted a lot of squash in the end of September just to try to get one more batch. So those are coming. Still some tomatoes. Zinnias are starting to die out. I have lots and lots of heads to harvest so I can collect the seeds. In my little grow bag nursery here, I planted some lettuces. Wow, they've already doubled. That's really cool. And then these are potatoes that just sprung up. I didn't get them all out the first time, I guess. And the rest of these are a little bit sad looking. starting to transition from the summer garden to the winter garden. Planted some kale. I offer these on my website also. Scarlet kale and green kale, and they've already like doubled in size. That's really awesome. Let's see, my strawberry tower is starting to take over here, which is great. I'm just going to see if it naturally makes a patch on its own. And then tons and tons of eggplant. Boy, this is the year for eggplant for me. And I've got the little white variety as well as some of the bigger ones to harvest. This bed, I planted a bunch of lettuces from the lettuce pack of seedlings. They're looking quite healthy. And that's about, oh, check out this. This is a spicy pepper. That's definitely going to be, probably going to use this to make powder so I can make some taco mix with that. And then more basil going to seed. All right, what else can I show you? It's kind of a disaster, like I said. It's a work in progress. I need to work on my walkways and get more wood chips going because I hate looking at the plastic black. Over here, the newer part of the garden also, got some beautiful squash, carnival squash. And I love these beds. These are new beds. They're super duper tall. They come up to my waist. And yes, I know I'm a shorty. Lots of tomatoes still. I planted some garlic in this bed yesterday. I don't know if you saw that video. And what else? We got more peppers. I did plant some more basil because I thought I'm going to try to get one more batch of pesto in the freezer. And then eggplant. And then here I planted more garlic. So if you haven't planted your garlic yet, it's time to get that going. And then all the tomatoes are just kind of petering out. I planted some romaine lettuce, saved all the ends of the lettuce, and then I just plant them. And this has only been day 2, and check it out, they're already growing new leaves. And then I also planted a bunch of bok choy. I got a new little leaf collector, and I love putting the leaves down to mulch the bed. It also helps with weeds. Sun Gold, still going strong. I think that's probably my favorite tomato to grow. A lot of empty beds ready to plant. I just refreshed them with my favorite soil, which is the Kellogg Raised Bed Potting Organic Mix. And my pumpkin's petering out, but I have some pumpkins. I harvested 2 yesterday. And then look at these guys. These are just little ornamental little white pumpkins. They're so cute. And then another carnival acorn. Oh my gosh, my brain is tired. All right, we got one there. Oh, we got quite a few actually. In there, and there. So I don't know if they're going to be ready for Halloween, but they're definitely ready for Thanksgiving to be cooked up in the kitchen. This is potatoes that I didn't get out of the bed properly, so they kind of are like, hey, we're still in here. So we'll see what happens with those. A little squash plant. And these beans. I got a lot of beans to harvest. Probably the last of the beans. My zinnia flowers. Again, lots of deadheading going on. And I'm going to have a lot of seeds for next year. This is a lot of okra here. I let it get really big and then I let them dry out on the plants because this is what I'm going to take off and harvest the seeds for next year. I really don't need that many okra seeds, but what the heck. I can share them with some friends. And a little cucumber, still trying to survive on the trellis here. These are my sweet potatoes. Did you guys know the leaves are super nutritious and they're edible? And I'm actually going to try some in my juice tomorrow. And, oh, got a little watermelon that's split there. More okra that's drying out. This is my beautiful lemongrass. I got this from Burpee as a live plant. And then a lot more basil going to seed. So I want it to get brown like this. Now a lot of the seeds are going to just drop on their own, but I'll come out here with a little bag and try to harvest some of the seeds to save. So that is a long but quick look at the garden. See if you can see the garden in its entirety. It's almost finished as far as walkways and all of that, so I'm really looking forward to making videos in the garden for teachers to use in their classroom. Now that is a disaster. Don't look at that. That is weeds. I need to deal with those. And then I didn't show you this part because it's a little bit hard, but I've got a ton of jalapenos, red and green. There's probably like 50 on each plant, so I need to get out here and harvest and dehydrate and make my jam. And then also this disaster area is kind of going crazy because I haven't been out here very much, and it's got a lot of tomatoes. So anyway, that is the tour of the garden. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for all your love and support on this garden channel. I hope to inspire you to start a garden, small or big, work towards being more sustainable, have a place to find peace and relaxation. All right, that's it. Go out there and seed the day.